Darlings, I'm going to try and do a 15-minute video. If I say that, I might just get 30 minutes in because my head hurts and I need to sit down and do my newsletter, which is going to take a good 10 hours, and it's easier to just try and say it on a video, and then I won't have so much to come out in my newsletter. So today, full moon. So 2024, the 24th of the 4th. So 2 and 4 is 6. 4 and 2 is 6. And 2 and 4 is 6. 666. Summer solstice. 21st of the 6th is Prince William's birthday. Prince William's birthday is on the summer solstice. And on the summer solstice, we have the sun on the wand of Merlin here. I'm going to show you. I don't want to make this long. This is going to be quick. I'm learning how to get ready for my new way of working that's going to come when I get on Instagram and when I join all the young people and start going on to Patreon and doing it all. So 21, there is the sun on the wand of Merlin. So mainstream astrology are telling you right now that, I put it back to now, they're telling you that the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction that we just had is ending in Taurus, which means that Jupiter and Uranus conjunction is on the wand of Merlin. Who is the wand of Merlin? This is the keeper of the four corners. The summer solstice, the Isle of Jordan, that's where I live, where I have the Isle of Nui and the Isle of Jordan is, so we have Mars that rules Aries, Venus that rules Taurus, and Mercury that rules Gemini. So mainstream astrology, they say that Taurus and Uranus are, I mean, it's impossible for us to see on Stellarium because the Uranus and Jupiter are under ALGOL. They're under Perseus and ALGOL. So the sun is now in Aries, Jupiter and Uranus are in Aries, and Mars today entered Pisces. Pisces is white water Europe. Mars rules Scorpio and Mars rules Taurus. So in mainstream astrology, Mars today will have entered into Aries, and mainstream will have the sun in Taurus, but we actually have the ruler of Aries, Mars in Pisces. We have the ruler of Taurus, Venus in Pisces. We have the ruler of Gemini in Pisces. Here's Mercury, still retrograde. So the three rulers, Mars, Venus, Mercury, the three inner planets, Mars and Venus, are rulers of the feminine cross, on the fixed cross of Taurus and Scorpio, and rulers of the masculine cross on high cardinal Libra and Aries. So the full moon was officially in Libra today, the sun in Aries, and the moon will now be, I haven't looked, but it will be in Libra. Now it's in Libra. But in fact, this morning, at 1 o'clock in the morning, that moon was still in Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Libra is ruled by Venus. And Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So it's always about the war between the three crosses. There you go. So Mercury, Jupiter rule the skull and bone cross. The summer solstice, 666, 6 times 6 times 6 is 216, and today is 666 because the 24th of the 4th month of 2024 makes 666. 24, 6, 4th month plus the 2 of 2024 is 6, and 24 is 6. So the celebration today of killing the feminine axis Taurus. In the last video I explained that Salome kills St. John. St. John is Scorpio, and we have the the horses going through London today, the white horse with red blood on it. Mars just entered Pisces, white water, and one soldier is injured at Victoria Station, where Paddington Bear is found. And we've got Pons Brooks. Oh, yeah, hang on. So here is Paddington Bear. Here is Pons Brooks in Taurus, right underneath the bullseye, Aldebaran. On the bullseye, the Devil's Comet. P, B, P is the 16th, B is the second letter. That is the summer solstice 216, and that is no longer in Taurus, no longer in Gemini. It starts in Taurus, and this is the feminine axis. Jupiter and Uranus are still in Aries. It looks like Taurus. They're right under the Palladians. So look, oh, Jupiter. Why can't we see that they're in? Anyway, we can see it here. They are still in Aries, okay? So you see these three colors. What are these three colors? White, we've got red Mars, and green the heart. Paddington blue, red and green, red, green and white. Red, green and white. And we've got on the other side, the moon went from Virgo to Libra to Scorpio. So red, air, white, water, and we've got this blue-green. So green, blue, you can say earth, green, the heart. Red, white, green, and this is, so this little video here that everyone is showing, everyone's talking about the Persian flag, Iran. So I explained that years ago. IRA, it's Irish, it's the Irish flag. And this is what he's saying here.
So Persia became the name, but it was the foreigner name. And so Reza Shah wanted to go back to the original, actual Iranian name. Farsi was the Arabic attempt to pronounce Persian because there's no pa in Arabic. They just made it a fa. And so they brought the pa back. And so now it's Persia again. The original name of Iran was Iran. Iran was the Persian word for Aryan. They were the Aryans. By the way, there's another country on earth named Aryan. It's not just Iran. Ern. E-I-R-E. Ern. Ireland. Ireland is literally Aryan. Isn't that cool? The Greeks believed that Perseus, the son of Zeus, married Cassiopeia, the daughter of Andromeda, marrying constellations, and their children are the Persians. And that's why they're called the Persians. They're named after Perseus, the son of Zeus. So Persia became the name, but it was the foreigner name. And so Reza Shah wanted to go back to the original, actual Iranian name. Farsi was the Arabic attempt to pronounce Persian because there's no pa.
Okay, so you get that. So this is what I was saying in my last video. It's the Medusa, it's the story, it's Andromeda. He just said it correctly. It's exactly what I said, that story. So we've got Mars, Perseus, the son of Zeus, Jupiter, Mars and Jupiter working in mutual reception. Jupiter rules Pisces and Jupiter is in the home of Mars. Mars rules Aries and Mars is in the home of Jupiter. So the son and the father, the story of the changing of the constellations, the changing of the guards, the changing of the two corners of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, which are just the four evangelists, which are just the four fixed stars. Aldebaran opposite Antares on the feminine axis of the fixed cross, and Fomalhaut opposite Regulus on the masculine axis of the fixed cross. And we saw in my last video that Aldebaran is at 15 degrees and and Taurus is at 15 degrees. That's 15 and 15. That is the two in France, the two 15-year-olds in stabbing events. One was a victim, one was the stabber. So today's full moon, South Node in Virgo. And so this was at 1:48 a.m. this morning, and the moon is now in Libra. And we have Venus and Mercury and Mars all in Pisces. Sun in Aries, and Jupiter and Uranus still in Aries under ALGOL. So Mars, the ruler of Aries, now in Pisces. That's Perseus and Andromeda, conjunct to Neptune. So this is chaos, this is chaos, this is the chaos which is opened. And Saturn at home in Aquarius. So we've got, and Pluto in the home. So Saturn at home and Pluto in Capricorn. And we've got this square to the moon, this big opposition. Obviously it's the full moon, and two squares to Pluto in Capricorn. Okay, I'm showing you a reel I did without sound. So this is about the pink, so the moon was in Virgo at 1 o'clock this morning. The Barbie movie and Barbie, this is the bar, the barber, the barbers. So pink, full moon, and we've got the breast of Venus in the sky. The Libra is masculine, Venus is masculine in Libra. This breast of Venus is sterile. There's no milk. There's no milk coming from a masculine breast of Venus. There's just the Botticelli coming out of the shell, which is BP. Shell is BP oil, the shell, and that's your Paddy Bear. It's your BP. It's the lead elements. Everything I've been showing you. So Miss Piggy coming out of the shell. There's the shell. It's pink. It's white people. It's white people. So she'll be wearing pink pajamas. She's making her five-pointed star. The breast of Venus. Miss Piggy. The bullseye. And we've got right now, on mainstream astrology, they'll have Jupiter and Uranus under the bullseye, and Pons Brooks, yeah, that's it, Pons Brooks. We just saw Pons Brooks is under the bullseye. The Devil's Comet is under the bullseye, the breast of Venus, PB. So I try to explain, and you've got all these other people. So this is the guy who found Nicola Bulli. Will you please give me a break? Nicola Bulli, man who found body, claims psychic gifts. Look at this with with his pink. This is the new breast of Venus. The bullseye. The bullseye. She's gone. She's missing. She's gone. What I think happened, she's got her piggy ring in. So the wall, the pink sink. This is all Paris, Texas with the pink. So there from the shell to the pig. The pink skies we've been having. This was found. This pink panther was found. Was brought out. There's some news on it. So the moon key, the pink panther for the pink moon, we're at there. We've just had Kate has been honoured. I see they're rising her as the moon was on the blue star yesterday. Betty Blue, the Kate has been made, her son was born on St. George's Day. Yesterday was the 23rd, and he's called Louis. He's called Louis. It's the Barbie. In French, pink is rose. Rose. La vie en rose means to have pink glasses on. It's the elephant. The elephant is at the back of your brain. The elephant in the room. The elephant when you're drunk and you have the elephant. It's the keeper of the four corners. This is Sirius, the keeper. Sirius, keeper of four corners. This is the Pascal image. Sirius, keeper of the... There we go. He is Sirius, the keeper of the four corners. Sirius, the greatest king. Look, he's got the Mart. He's got the Libra. He's got the Mart wings. He's taking... He is at that point. We're at the Alpha Omega full moon. And those three signs that rule the summer winter solstice. Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. Mars, Venus, Mercury. And on the other side, we have Mars, Venus, and Mercury. And Mars, Venus, and Mercury are drowning. Mars, Venus, Mercury. And on the other side, Mercury, Venus, Mars. These are the keeper of the four corners. So it goes from the mutable cross, Jupiter and Pisces and Mercury, the cardinal cross, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Moon, and the fixed cross, Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Sun. So the Sun and the Moon, Mars and Venus, and Mercury wants to be in the mix. That full moon begun in Mercury. Mercury, Jupiter, he wants the high cardinal cross. Jupiter and Uranus are still in the high cardinal. This is I am. This is I am Harry. This is Saturn is in Aquarius. This is America. This is South America. Mexico is the flag of the red, white and green. The true merging should be when Libra and Scorpio merge, all the cardinal and fixed signs. This is Jupiter trying to take over the gap. So this keeper of the four corners, it's at the back of your brain. I'm going to find it now, but I've shown you a million times in every single newsletter and every single video. At the back of the skull, the medulla, if you put the two... If you put the bird together back to front, it makes the Pascal, it makes the pa. That's what he was talking about, the pa. You go and see the Cotterelle. Yeah, I'll go and find that. Here we go. The Mayan prophecies, Maurice Cotterelle, the Vera Kosher, your VC again. I told you that the stabbing, go and watch my other two videos. You have to keep up with the videos. VC, CVVC, Corona, Victoria, feminine axis, they turned it into a Victor, to Mary Magdalene, Jesus, when it's Virgo, Pisces is feminine, and Cupid, Valentine, Gemini, Sagittarius, masculine. It's the VCCV of the Skull and Bone 322223 cross. And in his images on the Lost Tomb, you see the Pascal. I've got all the images in Venus. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to open all my photographs and I want to... So, yeah, have we got a few pictures here? Here. You know, we're at the... Where is YouTube? If I put YouTube, we might get his... So, here... Images... See, he makes the face of the green man. The green man comes out when he moves the tombstones, which is just the back of the brain. It's just the medulla oblongata. You either see a gnome, you either see an elephant. It's the elephant in the room. It's Barbarella, Pink Panther. And that is what I was showing you. So the breast of Venus, breast... The Barbie world, the pink, the Barbie, Barbarella, but there's the elephant at the back of the brain, which you can also see. So there is, we're rising pretty in pink. So it's the PP, it's the Pons Brooks. The PB is just the 6996 Ying Yang white black. That's why we see the white and black horse. It's the Ying Yang. Oops. Okay, so I was going to start opening pictures, but I want to keep this video really, really short. So I'm not. I can't. So let's stop that. Pluto-Uranus ab-fab conjunction in Leo generation, 1963 to 1967. So came to burn Babylon down. 1968 generation, burned down and rebuild. Pluto in Leo and Uranus in Virgo. And Uranus-Pluto-Jupiter conjunction in Virgo, 1969. So this conjunction is bringing in massive change. That's what Jupiter and Uranus conjunction is. But when we were born, the 1968 generation, we had, so Uranus, 1968 Uranus was in Virgo, but before I always explain this. So Uranus retrograde there, so Uranus Leo 1967 and Pluto. So Pluto and Uranus were conjunct, and here's Jupiter coming along in the mix. Can you imagine how huge that change is as Jupiter joins Uranus, and differently, because we're going to have Jupiter first in Leo. So I'm born with Jupiter retrograde in Leo, sextile to Uranus and Pluto, with Uranus in Virgo and Pluto in Leo at the end of Pluto, right on that changing constellation. So that's why 1968 babies are so enormous. And then we get the movement. So let's just watch Jupiter moving forwards. So there he is moving forward, and then when I'm born, he's retrograded back to Regulus, and then you've got the two worlds. So then you've got Uranus, and then Pluto moves into Virgo, and then Jupiter moves into Virgo, and then we've got the same explosion going on with Jupiter. So Jupiter and Uranus, there will have been a conjunction in Virgo. Look at that. So 1968, you've got Jupiter, Uranus, and Mars. Oh yeah, this is my best girlfriend. These are all my friends. Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, and this is my famous, the great granddaughter of Juliet Cameron. Look at that. She's got Pluto, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus. People born at the end of 1968. Will you look at that? And Pluto just at the end of Leo with these guys. They are truly the beginners of this new world, as Pluto is now in Capricorn. And everybody's getting triggered by this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction now. That's what I was saying there. And there you've got the witch in front. You've got Mercury Virgo. You've got Edina. She's called Edwina Margaret Rose Monsoon. MRM. I mean, it's just so funny. R&B Rosemary's Baby. And you could almost have Mercury, well, even the three, Jupiter, Pluto, and Uranus, Jupiter, and Pluto. Well, and you've got the fourth one here. Okay, so the Euro 2024 new song, MEDUSSA, On Fire, masculine, blows my mind. and there I've been explaining is born. Here she is, La Femme Fatale, born from Jupiter-Uranus conjunction during total solar eclipse between Is Taurus, Ra Aries, and LL Medusa, Algol, Demon Star, and the Devil's Comet. Can't make this up. The New Republic, Medusa joins forces with One Republic. That's the name of the group, One Republic. And Medusa, the two music. Right, so the full moon. Full moon in Virgo, early morning. That's what I've just explained to you. Taurus Earth is the new 216 summer solstice. Mercury rules Virgo. Blah, blah, blah. Read that. I'll put it in my newsletter. Saint Martin de Tours, the Cape. He kills Saint Saturnin. And a cow has just been slaughtered in my village at the neck, head off. And yeah, so, you know, killing Taurus, it's always, and there is the bull killing Saint Saturnin. Saturn all alone, and he's got all the other planets now with Jupiter in Mars, in the red cap, the Mars, the myth. This is the cult of Mithras. So that is the gnome, the red gnome, the gnomes with their noddy caps on, with their fez cap. They don't have, you know, this is taking over from Saturn always. Mars and Jupiter taking over from Saturn. Oh, Beatrice Dalle is risen. Who plays in 37 degrees. That's your L. The Black Madonna. This is Kate. Kate given title. New title. Has bestowed honours on his family members and nobles, including new historically 5 hours ago. So 5 hours ago, yesterday, when the moon was on Blue Star. Let's go back to now. The moon was on Blue Star. Yesterday, Spica for St. George's Day, and Kate is given the new honours, and in Oxford University for St. George's Day celebrations are no longer, they hold the ending of Ramadan. Notre Dame is going to be risen. And this is what I have also just explained, what I'll show you again, the Zad, which means Dan, Z is an N, flipped, are now on the land where I live, and they used to be on Notre Dame de Lande for 10 years to stop the airport, so to stop Saturn, the true air. It's the Blue Star, 37 degrees, you've got your blue and yellow. You can hear my dog. So the one breast, we got two breasts showing there, de la croix. That's why Dawn, Patsy, Edwina always wears de la croix. This is the de la croix painting, the red, blue and white. So those are the three: Mercury, Mars and Venus. That's my dog. She's got her snoring. Honey, 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 honey. So the MH37, 10 years gone. MH3773 is the L passage, 3773 passage. The triangle, 7310, it's the cornerstone. The cornerstone is being put on now. It's your L. She's rising. So I explain all this, and then the Alpha Virgin is known as an Alpha Virginist. So that's Mars and Mercury. M, Mars and Mercury. MM, Mary Magdalene, Mars. Okay, I can't focus with my dog snoring. Notre Dame. So the two steeples. Zad. Notre Dame des Landes. So they spent 10 years. There they are. they spent 10 years stopping the ZAD movement, Dan, tribe of Dan, in Notre-Dame-des-Landes. And now they've come to where I live, which is the real Landes, where you get the Rumpelstiltskin men on their poles. Landes, Gascon, stilts. So here they are. These are the Dogon tribe on their stilts. So they've got their black caps on. And this is where, so Notre-Dame-des-Landes was not where I live, but they've now come, ZAD, to the Gers to stop the solar panels. Here they are. And they've come to une ZAD fait de l'ombre à des panneaux. So this time they've come to stop the solar panels. So there we go. They've come to stop this project of solar panels. And right where I am, in the Gers. So, solar, ZAD de l'Orchidée. So in the middle of the countryside where I am now. Let's see it on a map. ZAD de l'Orchidée. Okay, so where is it? Next to where I am. Okay, so it's a little bit there. Vic-Bigour, Barbazan, Lourdes. So I'm over here. They're on that direct line that goes to the five-pointed star. They've come to claim the five-pointed star of Venus, the true line. Because you've got the Pic de Midi in the Pyrenees right here. See, there's Lourdes. That's why Madonna's daughter's called Lyon-Lourdes. Lyon is the mountains of Geneva. So ZAD de l'Orchidée. So l'Orchidée is that flower. You guys will get it. 5-year transformation, 5 years for the new Notre Dame. That is your 5 horses have just been let loose in London. There's the Isle of Notre Dame. And these are called the Notre-Dame-des-Landes. So, and this is going to be opened. It's all to bring up La Marianne, Betty Blue. Full moon in Virgo, early morning 244, that makes 246, 426, 246, 666, 216, new summer solstice is in Taurus. And Jupiter Uranus enter Taurus in May Day, Midi, Maypole spin. Taurus, Taura, Torso, Taurus ruled by Venus, the dark side of La Marianne moon. BB 1313, MM, Betty Blue is born, the new Notre Dame. Taurus Earth is the new 216 summer solstice, which is your PB. B is 2, 16 is P, Paddy Bear. Mercury rules Virgo, Mercury still retro in Pisces, opposite axis, feminine axis of mutable cross. Sun exalted in Aries, Moon enters Libra on the 24th, but plenitude moon is still in Virgo. Venus rules Libra and Mercury rules Virgo. Venus exalted in Pisces still and Mercury retrograde and drowning still. Mars entered Pisces, the spiritual warrior in the storms of her waves, the pirate on the sea storm. Jupiter, ruler of Pisces in Aries, and Mars, ruler of Aries in Pisces. Mutual reception of Mars and Tin, Jupiter. Martin kills Saint Saturnin. He has the cape. So last thing to tell you. So there is Oxford University College Scrap St George's Day event, but will host the dinner for Ramadan. So Ox, full moon in Virgo, virgin girl, the child, and moon is exalted in Taurus. Taura, torso, Tor, tuxedo, tusk, oxo, toxic, Momo, Mohammed, buck in the ham, his lamb, Mo's cow, moon exalted in Taurus. Venus, ruler of Taurus and Libra, moon moves into Libra the 24th, that's now, after full plenitude in Virgo. Venus is masculine in Libra and feminine in Taurus. Islam, his lamb, is the BP of the lamp Can you light your lamp? Can you light your lamp? Can you light your lamp? The genie is Ra. El is the 37 degrees of Betty Blue being risen on the blue star Spica. Moon is exalted in Taurus. The Torah is the torso of the red-blue shift, and that is ignited now with this conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus under ALGOL. So they end their time in Ram Adan. Tribe of Dan is Zad. N is the Z-A-D. That's what I just showed you. Zad. Aries, I am Ra. Tribe of Dan for the Maypole. Taurus field spin. George is the Gulch. Throat. Taurus. Valley of El. Her gentle fertility. The moon goddess Diana is killed to rise. La Marianne. The Virgo. The bitch, the beach is over, and the bitch rises. The World Tarot card is 21777. Mercury ends his 77 days between the 4 fixed stars of torso Taurus. So that is, so there she is rising. Here we go. King Charles honors Princess Kate. She's got blue and white. From the beach to the bitch. And the tarot cards. The world. This is what we see being risen right now between the 4 horsemen of the 4 corners. There they are. We've got St. John. St. John, the eagle. Scorpio should rise as an eagle. But it's cut off now. They cut the Milky Way snake between the white-black feminine axis, black Taurus, white water, Scorpio. And I covered all that in last video. Go and watch my last video. And there she is. They're rising. She sits in the middle of the 4 corners of your brain. The medulla in your brain. In your brain, which gives you, and there's the elephant, but it gives you, the bird sits between the 4 corners in the cage. And you go and see all my old videos, because to try and find that image there, you've got the elephant, you've got the 4 corners, you've got the gnome in other pictures, you've got the Maurice Cottel, the 4 corners. And this is why they say 5 horses gone, because when you find the middle, you find your 5th element, you find your Jesus between 4 elements. 4 elements. Images there. That's what I was showing you. It's just Jesus between the 4 elements, the 4 humours, the 4 humours, HUMOURS, the 4 humours. There we go. It's always the 4 humours, hot, dry. I was explaining all this in the last video, but that none of you would click that that's the 5 horses, the 4 corners. That's why I have to come back to explain, because it's right in front of you all the time. All the time. It's right there. So that was a post from last year. And those are the 4 horses. So you can read that today. What I just said. At first glance, 5 horses. Manda, fatiMA, Venus exalted in Pisces, Mercury retrograde drowning. They say 5 horses. Jupiter is horses. Got loose, but we only see 1 black, 1 white. Only 2 of the 4 apocalypse horses of the 4 fixed royal stars, Evangelists. Only 2 corners. The white horse, St. John, Scorpio with red blood. Akka Mars entered Pisces. Jupiter, white water today. For red, white stripes is pink rose. For full moon today, 1 soul Daya injured at Victoria Station, as Paddy Bear found at Victoria Station. So there is your Paddy Bear, the Devil's Comet, and this is Pisces. As the moon is in Libra now, Mars. Okay, I don't want to go off on one. Let's just finish this video. Found at Victoria Station. I said in last videos, Paddy St. Pat. So this is the Irishman. This is the Irishman. This is that little video. This is that little video of the Aryans, the Irishman.
The original name of it was
Let's just get rid of the sound. It's the Irishman. That's why I'm always showing you Poubelle, Paris, PB, Poubelle, Paris, founder, the founder of the dustbin. There he is, the founder of the dustbin, and that looks like Peter Sellers to me. Pete sells her. Come, post. Peter Sellers, and the Irish Prime Minister, I've always said, this is the Irish. It's the Irishman. It's the green man. It's the green man, the Paddy Bear. The Queen leads Paddy Bear. Where is my Paddy Bear post? I showed you in the last video. You saw all that in the last video. Go and watch the last video. So look, we're at 40 minutes. My God. Why can't I just do these videos faster? Pink Rose for full moon today. One soldier injured at Victoria Station. Found at Victoria Station. I said in last videos, Paddy blah, 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 comet is in Taurus, Venus, and moon in Libra. Now Venus, the hidden hand. Mars, Venus, Mercury, Rahu, head of snake, and Chiron, all in V for victory. Victor, Pisces constellation. Jupiter rules Pisces. Jupiter conjunct Aries. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, one last thing. Just to show you on this, in the comments I make, because I didn't. So there's your Paris, Texas, the pink, and you see the ice 99 is PP. Paddington Bear, the B and the P flip-flop, so you can make that into 96 or 69. The PB is the 69 yin and yang. And ice, you've got 107 there. So you've got the green, it's the pink and the blue, it's the pedophilia. The pedophilia symbol is from red, blue to baby pink and baby blue. It's lowering. It's the merging of Mars, Venus, and Mercury to make that new sign. Mars, Mercury, Venus. Okay, so I open my millions and millions of old pictures where I know I've got. Yeah, you can see just all these millions of pictures. So I'm looking for, so that's cutting the Milky Way snake. This is what's happening now. Is the green man in the middle. Let's make them smaller. Let's make them smaller. So V, the voice. So look, see, they're rising this fifth element, this girl in the middle. Let's make her a bit bigger so you can see. Oh, all in my old videos. This is the pictures that I opened up another one, just millions. So we're at the voice. So look at the voice. Here we go. There's the jellyfish cut. It's the V for victory, and there is the image that I'm looking for. There is the image. So Mars and Venus making the one purple. They make pink and baby blue. And this is the voice. They make it into one with Mercury. So oh, I knew I would just go off on this. I just nothing. How on earth am I ever going to express myself? Thank goodness for the few people who get it all, who get and who can join all the dots. So look, there he is, the president of Ireland. Okay, the pictures are going too fast. There he is. It's when I was explaining in videos, the Green Man, Ireland, and now they're telling you, when they tell you there's the Mexico flag, everything they're telling you now, they're telling you that Mexico, because the eagle should rise to carry the snake again. Scorpio is killed. This is why I was explaining the beheading of St. John. St. George. These are all the pictures from my old videos. I've been trying to explain little by little. There is the Queen and Paddy Bear. Okay, darlings. So, moon in Libra for this full moon. It began on Spica yesterday. It was completely full this morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. It was at full plenitude, and then it moved into Libra. And tomorrow the moon will be still in Libra. 26, it's still in Libra, then it moves into Scorpio. So we'll see what happens for that day. And little Mercury is going to start moving forward. He's starting to move forward when exactly? So retro, and then he's stationary today. He's stationary today, and then he's moving forwards. And Venus will move into Aries on the 5/5 May Day. Yep, that is the last thing. That's a good thing I didn't stop, because that is the last thing important to show you is that, guess what they say about, they say that she is the patron of the National Portrait Gallery, and that the appointment is also an acknowledgement of Kate's contribution to the arts, as she is patron of the Royal Photographic Society and the National Portrait Gallery. So Juliet Cameron, photographer, puts my great-great-grandmother as the May Day Queen. That is your 5/5, and that is the day that Venus, the 5-pointed star. So major 5/5, Venus enters Ram, Ra, and that 5-pointed star belongs to Venus in Taurus, feminine, and Libra, masculine. Mars and Venus of the fixed cross and the cardinal cross. Mars rules Aries. Venus is therefore in full, even in detriment. So she's going to go from exalted to detriment. As Mars was going to be conjunct to the moon on that fishtail. We'll get to that when we come to it, but that is the big day, 5/5. Venus enters here, and I told you about 1806 Victoria. You can read that. It's very important. The May Queen. Tennyson Wells' known poem, The May Queen. He hung out at the White House, where my Irish slave great-great-grandmother was bought by Juliet Cameron and then sold to my great-great-grandfather. In very much the same story I lived in this life, and that's how I can work it all out. Mary Ryan means little king. Ryanair. Anyway, that's enough for today. Look, JB, Jacqueline Banjali, Boaz and Jacqueline, JB, the May Queen. So you can read that and see all the messages in that. Okay, darlings, thank you. I love you very much. Very soon I will be doing my new way of working. I'm just prepping myself up to bringing out more stuff, because all this is going to be, I'm still be producing my content, but I'm going to have a place on Patreon where, you know, I will do special things just for us. Okay, darlings, I love you. Bye for now.